Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gators will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So SMU's offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida's offense will have its first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarter...
There we go! They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. Quarterback empties his backfield. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming on the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
The roar on the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Going over the top. Pulls it in down the middle. Finds some room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, SMU. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for room. It's Avant. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Grabbed over the middle. It's Garner. Breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. After that tight 1st quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. First play of the period, 1st down here. Here's the handoff. Running into the open space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Wow. plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Might be calling a hot route. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He's looking to pass. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
That play was designed to go to the run back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Quarterback on the keeper. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive.
Turning it on! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all of the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Avant.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got the tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
The Mustangs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The give to the tailback. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give them the football.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these 3rd downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football. And his
throw to the end zone, picked off.
That's a bit of a gut puncher for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He'll pull it on the read. Runs through the tackle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Play action on 1st down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. Strong, firm tackle. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. 1st and 10 coming up.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line?
Unleashes one deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot. In the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Mustangs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's looking to throw. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. The big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. The give. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do... Touchdown Mustangs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick handoff.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Takes the handoff. It's Avant. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw I think is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
The Gators enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl